July 27th, 2023. Good morning, manifestors. Look around you. This life, I called it in. The beautiful home, the thriving business, the love that found me when I was ready. If I can manifest this dream life, so can you. You just have to. Believe you're worthy of it. April, remember, beautiful souls, your thoughts create your reality. Keep growing. Keep believing in that amazing life you deserve. July 28th, 2023. One day later, 24 hours after teaching her 200,000 followers how to manifest their dream life, April Holt was found dead in her Tennessee home that a plastic bag was sealed around her head. She was 29 years old, the woman who had manifested everything. The perfect home, the successful business, the loving marriage was gone. But how does someone who spent years calling in abundance end up calling in death? Was this the ultimate failure of manifestation? Or was April's dream life the most dangerous illusion of all? April Holt wasn't just teaching manifestation. She was living proof it worked. Her feed was a masterclass in calling in your desires, from single mother in a small apartment to successful entrepreneur in her dream home, from heartbreak to happily married, from financial struggle to multiple income streams. That April, I manifested this house by visualizing every room. I called in my husband by writing down exactly what kind of love I deserved. I built my lash business by acting as if it was already successful. Comments scroll by. You're living proof this works. Goals AF. Teaching me to believe in magic. Her followers didn't just want her tips, they wanted her life. The aesthetic home, the designer clothes, the man who looked at her like she hung the moon. April had cracked the code. She'd turned positive thinking into profit, dreams into reality, wishes into wealth. But here's what none of her followers knew. Manifestation had taught April something dangerous. IT had taught her to pretend everything was perfect, even when it wasn't. Before we go deeper into April's story, a story that will challenge everything you think you know about the lives behind the screens, hit that subscribe button, because we're about to uncover the dark side of digital perfection. The price of manifesting a life that looks flawless from the outside. And trust me, you won't want to miss what we discovered about April's final weeks. The truth about April Holt is more complex, more heartbreaking, and more mysterious than anyone could have manifested. That let's continue. That April's content followed a formula that worked like magic, vulnerability wrapped in victory. She'd shared just enough struggle to seem relatable, then demonstrate how manifestation had transformed everything. April, 3 years ago, I was a single mom who could barely make rent. Today, I own my dream home. The difference? I stopped accepting less than I deserved and started calling in more. Her lash studio became Nashville's most sought-after destination. Her online courses sold out within hours. Brand partnerships flooded in. But April's most successful manifestation was loved at April, relationship content. I manifested a man who cherishes me, who supports my dreams, who shows me daily that I'm worthy of deep, transformative love. Ladies, stop settling. Call in your king. The relationship content performed best. Her followers were obsessed with April and Donovan's love story, how she'd visualized him before they met, how he'd appeared exactly as she'd written in her manifestation journal. Jamie Dickerson, April's mother. April truly believed she'd created this perfect life through her thoughts and intentions. She was so proud of what she'd built. But behind the ring light and carefully curated posts, cracks were forming in April's manifested reality. The woman teaching others to call in their dreams was about to discover that some things can't be wished. A waypoint 2021. April's marriage hit its first public test when she and Donovan quietly separated. But watch how she handled it on social media. April, TikTok during separation. Sometimes the universe removes people from your life to make space for what's meant for you. I'm grateful for every experience that's teaching me to love myself deeper. Comments. Queen Energy. You're glowing. Whatever you're calling in next is going to be amazing. Even heartbreak became content. Even separation became a manifestation lesson. April had trained her audience and herself to see every setback as a setup for a comeback. But privately, April was struggling with questions that manifestation couldn't answer. If she'd called in this relationship, why was it failing? If her thoughts created her reality, what had she been thinking wrong? April was confused. She'd done everything right: vision boards, gratitude practices, positive affirmations. She couldn't understand why her marriage was falling apart if she'd manifested it. Then, in 2022, something interesting happened. April announced she and Donovan were reconciling. April, plot twist. Sometimes what the universe removes, it returns upgraded. We've both done the inner work. We're calling in a love that's deeper, stronger, more conscious than before. Her followers celebrated. The manifestation queen had done it again, turned breakdown into breakthrough, separation into stronger connection. But those closest to April noticed something troubling. She wasn't just manifesting her ideal life anymore. She was manifesting explanations for why her real life didn't match her ideal life. Jamie Dickerson. She started saying things like, "The universe is testing my commitment," or "This challenge is raising my vibration." I worried she was trying to manifest her way out of real problems. April's content became more intense, more focused on pushing through difficulties, on choosing love when it was hard. April, love isn't always light and easy. Sometimes it's staying when you want to run. Sometimes it's forgiving when you want to fight. That's how we grow into the version of ourselves who can hold our dreams. The woman who'd built her brand on calling in what she deserved was now teaching herself, and thousands of others, to accept what she was getting. And that shift would prove more dangerous than anyone realized. By early 2023, April's content revealed a woman caught between two worlds: the perfect life she'd manifested online and the complicated reality she was living offline. Analysis of April's posting patterns showing subtle changes. Her morning routines became more elaborate, as if she was working harder to maintain her high vibration. Her gratitude practices became more forced, her affirmations more desperate. April, I'm calling in peace in my home. I'm manifesting clear communication. I'm attracting respect and love in all my relationships. Digital manifestation expert Sarah Chun analyzed April's content for us and found troubling patterns. Sarah Chun, when manifestation becomes a coping mechanism for trauma, it can trap people in dangerous situations. They convince themselves they can vibrate their way out of abuse, that leaving means their manifestation failed. April's content during this period focused heavily on themes that now seem like warnings: staying strong, not giving up, transforming. Toxic relationships through inner work. April, your current reality doesn't define your future reality. If something isn't working in your life, go within. Raise your vibration. Match the energy of what you want to create. But manifestation culture had taught April that acknowledging problems meant creating more problems. Talking about abuse meant manifesting more abuse. Leaving meant admitting failure. She kept saying things like, "I must be blocking my own blessings," or "I need to heal whatever in me is attracting this." She was using manifestation to gaslight herself. The most heartbreaking part? April's audience loved this content. They saw her struggling and working through it as inspiration, not as cries for help. April was trapped in a prison of positivity, suffocating under the weight of her own perfect life. And the more desperate she became, the more her followers praised her for her strength. July 2023. April's content took on an urgency that's chilling to watch now. Knowing what we know. April, sometimes the universe brings you to a breaking point to break you open, not break you down. I'm manifesting my breakthrough. I'm calling in my freedom. On July 12th, April made a decision that broke her pattern entirely. She told her mother she wanted a divorce. "Mom, I'm done. I can't manifest my way out of this. I want a divorce." Jamie Dickerson, that text was the first time I'd heard her give up on manifestation. She wasn't trying to change her thoughts or raise her vibration. She just wanted out. For 2 weeks, April planned her exit while maintaining her online presence. She researched divorce lawyers. She looked into apartments. She even started planning, content for her post-divorce life. But she also kept filming, kept teaching, kept pretending her life was something to aspire to. April, July 27th. Good morning, beautiful souls. I woke up thinking about how far we've all come. Keep growing. Keep believing in that amazing life you deserve. You are enough, exactly as you are. Look at her eyes in this final video. Really look. This isn't the confident manifestation maven from 2021. This is a woman who's realized her thoughts didn't create her reality. Her silence did. 16 hours later. April Holt was found dead in her dream home, the life she'd manifested having become her final trap. July 28, 2023. 10:30 a.m. that April's 8-year-old son found his mother in the bathroom of their dream home. She was in the shower, unresponsive. A clear plastic bag sealed tightly around her head. The boy who'd appeared in countless mom life videos was now living every child's nightmare. Donovan, 911 call. My wife. She's not breathing. I need an ambulance. Now, 911 operators, sir. Can you tell me what happened? Donovan, I don't know. I found her in the bathroom. There's a bag. Please hurry. The woman who'd manifested healing for thousands couldn't be healed herself. April was rushed to the hospital but pronounced brain dead. Her followers learned of her death through news reports, not a final goodbye video. The manifestation maven's last post became an accidental farewell. Jamie Dickerson. When I got to that hospital and saw my daughter, all those bruises, the positioning of her body, I knew this wasn't manifesting gone wrong. This was murder dressed up as suicide. The police investigation was swift, tragic suicide. A woman who'd taught others to love themselves had apparently lost the ability to love herself. But Jamie Dickerson saw what others missed. The gap between April's online teachings and her offline reality hadn't been about manifestation failing. It had been about manifestation being used to hide the truth. While the world mourned the loss of a positivity teacher, Jamie Dickerson began manifesting something of her own. Justice for her daughter, Jamie Dickerson. If April taught me anything about manifestation, it's that you have to take action toward your goals. My goal was proving my daughter was murdered. Jamie found inconsistencies everywhere. Donovan's fingerprints on the tape. The 17-minute gap between finding April and calling 911. Fresh bruises that weren't explained by resuscitation attempts. Most importantly, Jamie found April's private research, not just about divorce lawyers and new apartments, but about domestic violence resources and safety planning. Jamie Dickerson. She wasn't researching how to manifest a better marriage. She was researching how to escape one. For over a year, Jamie fought alone. The official narrative was set. Influencer succumbs to pressure, takes her own life, case closed. But Jamie kept manifesting accountability, kept calling in truth, kept believing in justice. And on September 19, 2024, Jamie's manifestation finally came to fruition. Breaking news. A man has been arrested in connection with the death of TikTok influencer April Holt, whose death was initially ruled suicide. Donovan Holt was arrested in Texas after confessing to strangling his wife during an argument about divorce, then staging her death to look like suicide. The perfect husband from April's manifestation videos had killed the woman who'd manifested him. The confession revealed the truth about April's dream life. It had been a nightmare carefully curated for social media consumption. The man she'd called in to love and cherish her had been controlling and abusing her. The dream home had been a prison. The perfect marriage had been perfect hell. Jamie Dickerson. April wasn't a failure at manifestation. She was a victim of it. She'd been taught that admitting her life wasn't perfect meant she'd created that imperfection. So she stayed silent. Until silence killed her. The charges, reckless homicide, not murder, reflect the legal system's limitations. But for Jamie, the most important victory was truth that April's children would grow up knowing their mother didn't abandon them. She was stolen from them. April's TikTok remains active as a memorial, managed by her family. The comments section has become something she would have loved, a place where people support each other authentically, without performing perfection. Her story has sparked important conversations about the dark side of manifestation culture, about the pressure to perform happiness, about the dangers of toxic positivity. April, keep growing. Keep believing in that amazing life you deserve. You are enough, exactly as you are. April's final message takes on new meaning now. She wasn't just teaching her followers. She was reminding herself, you are enough as you are. Not as you pretend to be. Not as you perform to be. As you are, including when you're struggling. Including when your life isn't perfect. Including when you need help. April Lynn Holt manifested one final thing. A legacy that will save lives. Her story is now a warning about the price of perfection and the power of truth. She taught thousands to believe in their dreams. Now she's teaching them to face their reality. And maybe that's the most important lesson of all. Sometimes the most powerful manifestation is the courage to stop pretending everything is fine. In loving memory of April Lynn Holt, 1994 to 2023 teacher, mother, truth teller, you are enough, exactly as you are. If this story opened your eyes to the reality behind the highlight reel, if you believe stories like April's need to be told, not buried, please subscribe, because we investigate the stories that matter, the truths that hide behind perfect posts, the realities that social media doesn't want you to see. That April's light continues to shine, but now it illuminates truth instead of illusion. Make sure her story is never forgotten. Like, comment, and subscribe.